Hi, this is Luke Bowman. Welcome to my lesson video for Simon by Cory Wong. Simon is another great song by Cory, very melodic. Even my girlfriend's been humming along with this for the last few days. It's the kind of song that gets stuck in your head. I've had a lot of requests for it, so I'm guessing it's quite popular with everybody else too. There are quite a number of versions of Simon. The original was an acoustic version that Cory did. That's not what I'm doing here, but it's a very similar version. I'm actually doing the live version from his album Live on the Lido Deck. Doing that version because it's just Cory on the guitar, it's a lot easier to hear what's going on. However, the transcription still works for the acoustics. It sounds very good on there if you want to give it a go. There's also the version by the Fearless Flyers, Simon F15, which is a great version. Slightly different structure to that song, and also it's in a different key. So with the baritone guitar there, they are tuned down to A instead of playing it in D. Cory's playing it on his Strat. I think he probably hasn't tuned his Strat all the way down, or he'd have some very floppy strings. So I'm guessing he's using a drop pedal or some other kind of harmonizer to get that. So if you look at what he's playing, it's the same as the transcription, but the guitar is actually sounding a lot lower. So you can, if you've got a pedal or a harmonizer, you can do the same thing there. If you enjoy the video, please give it a like. Please subscribe to my channel and also check out my Instagram and Facebook pages. There's lots more videos to come. As always, the full PDF transcription, you can get it from the link below. So get a copy of that while you're learning it. Okay, so let's get zoomed in and we'll start the lesson. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is tune your bottom E string down to a D. So we're in drop D tuning. Other 5 strings stay the same. So a lot of the parts in this song are repeated, so I'll take you through each one and then show you where the repetition is and also any changes that happen. So let's have a look at the first bar, which I feel is the most difficult. Certainly the most difficult for me to play, and it goes a bit like this. So we're starting D major chord. A lot of this song he's using double stops or 2 notes. Cory often puts the pick in his mouth and uses his fingers for some parts. You can do that if you want, but I don't have many subscribers, so I don't particularly want to lose anybody to choking accidents. The way I'm doing it, I'm using my pick for the bass note when they're a couple of strings apart, and then my middle finger for the top note. So starting here, 4th fret on your D string, 3rd fret on your B string, then up to the 5th fret on your D and B, 6th fret, and then 7th fret. We're then adding top A on your 5th fret E string, back to the 6th fret on your D and B, 5th fret, and then back to where we started. So all together. So that's the notes, the way it's actually played by Cory. Picking the first 2 notes, hammering on, sliding up, and sliding up again. So instead of, which is a bit staccato, sliding up, hitting the top note, picking again on the 6th fret, sliding down, and then either pulling off or picking. So all together, 6th fret to the 5th fret. It's very much like a kind of a grace note slide, rhythm wise. Okay, the next bar. Okay, so here, playing a C on your 3rd fret of your A string and a C on the 1st fret of your B string. Hitting that twice. And then 2nd fret of your A string, 3rd fret of your B string. Couple of scratches, and then sliding up. 3rd fret A string, 5th fret B string. So that whole bar. First 2 bars together. Okay, next bar actually goes into 6/4 time, so there's 6 beats in the bar. Let's break it into 2 parts. So we finish the previous bar here, and then we go back to the 2nd fret A, 3rd fret on your B string, and then we move down to the open A, 1st fret on your B string. So then have a little hammer-on pull-off lick. So you hammer on to the 3rd fret of your B string, pull off back to the 1st fret, pull off to the open string, hammer on to the 2nd fret of your G string. So and then 5th fret of your bottom D string, 4th fret of your G string and an open D, using these 2 fingers here. Move it down 3rd and 2nd frets, same pattern, and then hitting a big open D chord. 2nd fret on your G, 3rd fret on your D, the rest is open and don't play your E string. So and we end the bar with some natural harmonics, keep your bottom strings ringing. So 7th fret on your D, 7th fret on your B, 7th fret on your G, 7th fret on your D again. I'm assuming you know how to do natural harmonics. If not, I'm sure there's lots of videos out there. You're literally just resting your finger on the string lightly, pulling it off when you pluck it. Okay, so let's try that whole bit slowly. Section then repeats all the way through, except when we get to this chord. This time we add a 3rd fret on your B string and then an open A chord. Middle 4 strings, open A, 2nd fret, 2nd fret, 2nd fret, which takes us into the next section. So it goes. So the next section is a melody line that Cory is playing. Start off with a sliding up from that A up to the D here. So you've got bottom 2 open strings, then 7th fret D, G and B. So what Cory's doing here, it's all on the G string. 7th fret, 9th fret, slide up the 11th fret, slide back down to the 9th fret, 7th fret, slide up to the 12th, slide up to the 14th, slide back down to the 11th, 9th, slide back to the 7th, 12th again, up to the 14th, 11th, 9th, 7th, and then ending with an A chord. Open A, 7th fret D, 6th fret G, 5th fret B. If you can leave those bottom 2 notes ringing through, sounds even better. There's a lot of sliding and grace notes going on there, so have a look at the tablature. He then repeats this, but he's adding a bit of a harmony to it, so double stops on your G and B strings. So it starts off 7th fret, G and B, 9th fret, G, 8th fret B, up to the 11th fret G, 10th fret B, back down, 12th fret on your G and B. I'm using my 3rd and 4th fingers here because he then slides up to the 14th and 15th frets. A little bit tricky that because you're sliding to different frets. And then slide down with your 3rd finger to the 11th, 10th frets and back down. So and again on the 12th fret, up to there, back down again, and an open A once more with the top 5th fret. And then we go into the next section. And then we go into what I'm calling section C in the transcription, which is a bit more of a funky chord vamp. Starting down here on a B minor 7, 2nd fret in your A, 4th fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 2nd fret. Couple of scratches, and then 5th fret on your top E, and the 3rd fret of your B, which is already there from the chord, and then back to the chord. And then another scratch, and then up to this E9 chord, which we'll come to. So E9, 7th fret A string, 6th fret D string, 7th fret on your top 3 strings. And then we're adding the 9th fret on your E string, which is the 13th, then to an A chord. Just a triad, so 7th fret D string, 6th fret G string, 5th fret B string, whole thing. Then we're doing an A7, A dominant 7, which Cory is voicing like this: 7th fret D string, 9th fret G string, 8th fret B string, to the D chord, all on your 7th fret D, G, B strings. Then we slide up to the 10th and 11th frets on your G and B. And then on your top E string, 10th fret, hammer on, the 12th fret. A little bit of a bendy vibrato going on there. Pull back off to the 10th fret. So final bit of this section, playing the 10th fret on your A string, 12th fret on your B string, 10th fret on your E string, drop down to the 9th fret, 10th fret on your B string, keep that 10th fret on the E string, drop down to the 8th fret of your D string, 9th fret of the B string, still the 10th fret on your top E, and then we hit an E minor 7 chord. So 7th fret, 9th fret, 7th fret, 8th fret, 7th fret, and then add the 10th fret, and that gets held on for a while. So that whole section okay. So then we go back to the beginning and repeat the whole thing all the way until we get to the part where we hit the D this time. Instead of going up here, we go. So after that D, you drop down to 5th fret, G and B, 4th fret and 3rd fret, G and B, 2nd and 1st, and slide up to the 4th, hit the 3rd, 2nd, the 3rd fret on your B, 1st fret on your G, hit the 3rd on your B, and then finish with, which is the 2nd fret on your bottom string, open G, and the 3rd fret on your B string. It's the same as what he was playing up here, just down the octave. So after you've repeated everything, that final section, and then we're ready to go into the main riff section. Okay, so the main riff goes a bit like this. And that repeats a number of times. So, starting off here, 3rd fret on your bottom 2 strings, 2nd fret on your bottom 2 strings, bottom 2 strings open. Then 2nd fret, open again, and then 3rd fret twice, 2nd fret, open. So I'm just barring those, looking at the videos, that's how Cory's doing it as well. Then have a couple of scratches, and then hit 2nd fret, G string, 3rd fret, B string. So repeats again. Then we have 3rd fret twice on your A string, 2nd fret on your A string, open A, then 3rd fret on your D string, 2nd fret on your D string, open D. So although this is quite funky, I'm actually doing all downstrokes. Usually we do down, up, but this is kind of just giving it a bit more of a chug. Mute it as well with your palm and it sounds great. So that repeats 4 times. On the final time, the 4th time, we do the, instead of the, we have a couple of scratches and then back into the main riff. It's picking it up on before the end of that bar. So you're hitting it there and then once again, as before. So actually playing that twice. And then it just repeats. Do it again. But this time, instead of playing 2nd fret on your A string, we're playing the 1st fret on your A string. And then back to the same. A chord. This time, however, we don't do the melody. We're going straight into the. To get there, hit the A, hitting a diminished chord, B flat diminished, you could call it. So 1st fret on your A string, 2nd on your D string, open G, 2nd fret on your B string. Hitting that once and then to the B minor 7. Exactly the same as before, but then we're going to back into the main riff. That actually repeats about 12 times, goes around a number of times, a bit of bass solo going on, the drums are having a bit of fun, Cory's vamping it up, he's hitting a few extra strings, a bit more funky rhythm going on, but it carries on, slows down again at the end, and we just finish on a D chord. And that's the song. Okay, hopefully you can follow it all on the transcription. If you have any questions, do let me know. Thank you very much for watching. Please give me a like, please subscribe, and we'll see you soon for some more videos.